What's up, guys? So we're back with another video. With so many great soccer games going on this year, and with the FIFA World Cup around the corner, soccer is slowly growing in popularity throughout these last few years. And now this year in 2025, FIFA created a Clubs World Cup where the best of the best clubs come together and have a tournament to see which club is the best in the world. And this tournament is going to be held on June 14 to July 13. So it's roughly going to be around 1 month of soccer games of clubs versus clubs of the best around the world. And the best part of it is that it's going to be held here in the US. A lot of people are speculating this not being one of the best tournaments FIFA has created, but in my opinion, I do enjoy soccer. I enjoy making money as I watch these games. So with the tournament being here held in the US, what I thought about doing is just start betting with $100. The last time I did this was in the Cup America, where I started off with $500, but I want to see how far I could get with just $100 for now, because this is the first time I'm ever going to see a World Club Cup tournament ever, so I'm not really sure which clubs are the best of the best. That is the reason why we're going to start only with $100. We're just going to see how much money we can actually make with just $100. That being said, what I want to first start doing is FIFA created a prediction generator where you can see which groups are going to play in which groups. The way FIFA works is all these clubs come together, but they get separated in groups of 4. With these groups of 4, they have to battle in between all 4 of them throughout these groups. So I'm not sure how exactly we're gonna do, but my strategy in this league is start off with a little bit of money in games I'm not sure, but with games that I'm most likely sure, I'm gonna just go and spend around a little bit more so I can get more in return. That being said, let's open up this website. This is the club website. As you guys can see, it's held on 2025, and as you guys can see, these are the bracket challenges for each group. It's a small little game where we can play around with these clubs and just make a prediction out of all these groups. But since I don't got time, and since I don't really follow clubs like that, what I'm gonna do is just auto pick, and from that we're gonna see how it goes. And throughout these 4 teams, only 2 of them are just gonna advance to the knockout stage. Like I said, the best of the best are right here, and now all I'm gonna do is just auto pick. And as you guys can see, this is the auto generator that we got. So for the first group gonna play is gonna be these 2 right here, but from what I know, I'm not sure if this is correct, so I'm not really liking this pick. We're gonna redo the game. This looks a bit better. So we got Inter Miami FC. You know, I gotta support the locals. I gotta support Florida. So now from this, we're gonna go and we're gonna see the knockout stage. Gonna pick out the knockouts. So for this first game, it says Inter Miami versus Seattle. In my opinion, Inter Miami is gonna win the first one. SOB versus LFAC. Honestly, like I said, I'm not sure. For this, I'm gonna go with this because I know they're Germans, so in my opinion, are a bit way better than between Mexican leagues. That's the reason why I'm gonna go with that. Now Salgs versus Wags. Like I said, these predictions are just random. I'm not even sure how good these clubs are. This is the first time I'm actually getting into this, so I'm honestly just doing this blindfolded. And I'm just expecting the best, and whatever happens, happens. And I'm gonna go with this. Here it says Ali versus Ba. I think I would go with Ali. Obviously Bay, Inter Milan. Ooh, and Juventus versus, I would go with Real Madrid. Now we're gonna go off to this one I did not pick. I think I'll go with this one. Now we're gonna go out to the quarterfinals. So with the quarterfinals, I'll go with this because they got 3 stars. They gotta have 3 stars for a reason. I'll go with Europe. I'll go with Bay. Damn, this is actually gonna be pretty hard in this, my opinion. I'll go with Real Madrid. Actually, I think I'll go with Inter Milan, to be honest, because they did terrible the last game, but Real Madrid also hasn't been playing their best, so it's gotta say something. I'm gonna go with Inter Milan for that. Now here's the semifinals. I'll go with Europe, and for here I would go with Inter Milan. And as you guys see, this is gonna be our final cup. In my opinion, I think we will go with Inter Milan for this game. Yeah, that's how the game works. Just a small random generator. But as you guys know, I'm not sure about these clubs. What I'm also gonna do is not predict in every game. I'm also gonna watch these games to see exactly which ones are the best. So that's what we're gonna do. Now let's head off to the bets. So as you guys can see, we're gonna start with $100. Like I said, I'm not sure. I'm just winging it. I'm doing this blindfolded. I'm not sure exactly how these clubs work, how good these clubs are against each other, because this is the first time I'm ever seeing this. That I'm really excited to see how much money we make. If we lose it all, I'm not really gonna cry about it because it's only $100. In sports betting or any type of gambling, the house usually always wins, and the fact that you're gonna lose is a higher probability than winning. So since this is just an experiment to see exactly how much we make, I'm willing to lose 100 for this experiment. So that being said, let's see exactly the first game. As you guys can see, for the first game, we got Egyptian club versus an American club. For $100, this pays out 110%. And for Ali, paying 320%. And like I said, I'm gonna start off small. I'm not sure exactly how these games are gonna turn out. So from this, I'm gonna put $5 in Inter Miami, and we're gonna see exactly how this first game comes out. If we lose, we're just gonna lose $5, but if we win, we're gonna make $10 with 50 cents, which is almost 100%. And if anything, we're just gonna lose $5. So let's place this bet in and let's see how it goes. So now the next game is Bahrain versus Auckland City. For this game, a lot of people are going with Bahrain, and honestly, for $100, they're only giving $2 back for $100. So that means there's only a 2% return on this game. And then Auckland City for $100 is giving out $2,600. What this means is Bahrain is most likely to win. A lot of people are going with European clubs because they know Europe has one of the best soccer leagues overall. So for this game, I think I'm just gonna hold it. Now here is Paris versus Atlético Madrid. In my opinion, I feel like PSG is really gonna go really far. With PSG, for $100 is giving around 83%, and with Atlético it's giving $380. But since it's PSG, we saw what happened in the last game with PSG. So for this game, I'm gonna go actually with $10 instead of $5. We're going with PSG for this. Now it's Palmeiras versus Porto. So with Palmeiras, for $100, there's 255, and for Porto is 260. For this game, I'm not sure. The whole point of this is to make money also, so it's not just put money in. We're here to make profits at the end of the day. So we still got $85, and for this, we're just gonna skip this. So now we're going to Botafogo versus RJ Seattle. Let me see exactly. For this, is giving $90, and for this, I think for this game, I'm gonna call it a day, and I'm just gonna skip it for now, and I'm just gonna watch the game. Now the next thing is Chelsea versus LFAC. I'm gonna go with Chelsea. I'm gonna go with European. They're only giving out 28%, and with $5, just gonna get a $1 with 42 cents. In my opinion, that's not a lot. So for this, I think I'm gonna skip this game also. Now Botica Juniors versus Beneficia. With Botica, it's giving out $440, and with Beneficia, it's giving out $171. What this means is in the DraftKings algorithm, the one that gets paid out the most is most likely to lose, and the one that gets paid out the least is most likely to win. So for this, I think what I'm gonna do is skip it and just gonna watch out these first games and just gonna see how these clubs play overall. But now it's Flamengo versus Esperanza de Tunis. A lot of people are going with Flamengo because with Flamengo is only giving out 33%, and honestly, in my opinion, I don't really see this as a great profit making. Like I said, if I see a good game, great profits, I'm gonna go all in. That's my strategy. When I see a good profits, I'll just go in. But for now, that's not what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna skip that game. Now we're gonna go with Fluminense versus Dortmund. So with Fluminense, these are getting paid out 525%. Dortmund, they're only getting paid out 5%. I think for this, Dortmund, I think I might go with $10 because Dortmund, European club, and they're getting paid well. So for this, I'm gonna go with Dortmund. Now it's River Plate, which is Argentinian. We're going against with Red Diamonds. So with this, Argentina, I guess we could say 51% Argentina and 500. I think I'm gonna go with Argentina for this game. So now Bahamas Sundowns. For this game, I think I'm gonna skip it because I'm not sure about any of these clubs. Now for the next game is Monterrey versus Inter Milan. So for this game, I'm gonna go with Inter Milan because it's Inter Milan, and we're gonna go off with $10 with Inter Milan. Now is Man City versus Casablanca. For this game, I'm gonna go with Man City. First, we're gonna see how much they're paying. Here, they're giving out 9% for $100. In my opinion, I know Man City is gonna win for this game, but I'm not gonna put money in it because sometimes putting money into these things, and though you know who's gonna win, is not really worth it because if something does happen, putting too much leverage in the team and something goes the opposite way, and we're doing this blindfolded at the same time, I don't feel like this is the best bet. But now it's Real Madrid. So for this, Real Madrid is giving out 27%, and Ali Hid is giving out 800%. We all know Real Madrid is gonna win, so I'm just gonna skip this. At the same time, they're not really paying that much. Now, Pachuca versus Red Bull. For this, they're giving out, the games are pretty good. Giving around 200% each. So for this, I feel like I might have to go with Pachuca because Mexico League against MLS League, or I'm not sure if this is even MLS League, to be honest. It's an Australian league. This one is kind of hard. And you know what? For this, I think I'm gonna skip this game. Even though it pays out great, I'm just skip it. Now here is the last game of the day, which is going to be Alien versus Juventus. We all know Juventus is gonna win because it's Juventus, and it's only giving out 21% for this, and for Alien is giving out $1,000. So I don't think it's worth it. Put money on this. So for now, I'm just gonna skip it. So far, we only are left with $60 for the next few days. And in my opinion, like I said, I'm doing this blindfolded. So betting like this is really high risk. What I'm gonna do is just watch these games, see exactly how these clubs play, and we're just gonna see exactly what happens, because like I said, this is the first time I'm ever watching something like this. And the fact that I have an opportunity to see this going on in my backyard, in my opinion, is really awesome. For that, I'm gonna call it a day. I'm gonna come back next week with the update, and we're gonna see exactly how much money we're left with at the end of the day. So this is the first week. I'll catch you guys another time. Overall, take care.